What's up today, guys? One of the big news coming out so far is that today the New York Giants have traded for Isaiah Simmons from the Cardinals, and all they really had to do was give up a 7th-round pick, which is like, crumbs. So start off, they completely fleeced this damn team. I know Isaiah Simmons is on the last year of his deal, which is like the logic as to why it was only a 7th-round pick, but I feel like they definitely could have gotten way more value out of that than what they did. So for the Cardinals, the big L, but like I said, between them trading Isaiah Simmons and then trading Josh Jones later in the day, they're pretty much doing a full-on fire sale. They'll probably tank pretty much this season, trying to probably get Caleb Williams, but we'll fully see. But the main reason why I'm talking on this video today is to really cover how he's going to fit in with the Giants, because I think he'll do, amazing with them. You've seen some clips showing up there now of, like, some of his Arizona highlights, but get a little lick of him. This is how he's pretty much going to look for you in Madden. I kind of brought him in on the roster just to give an idea of what it looks like. I gave him number 11, college number, but, again, he could always change that. It's kind of up in the air what he's going to do. Now, I have him listed as a safety, and that is mainly because even though the Giants, with this system that Wink Martindale likes to use, at least from what I know about it, is that it seems like he'll be at linebacker, but he is requesting that he is a safety. So with that there, I think they'll kind of meet in the middle as to where they'll use him more as a linebacker, but have him listed as safety, maybe something similar to what Jonathan Abram was when he was on the Raiders. And it fits his game better too, because Isaiah Simmons is alright in coverage, but I don't think he's good enough to really be a DB. But fitting as a linebacker, I think is something that'll really fit him. Another thing is that he's kind of a great complement for everything the Giants have. I mean, when you look at their linebackers, first they got Bobby Okereke from the Colts. From what he seems to grade out as, he seems like he's best when it comes to, run stuffing and having some coverage ability. While Isaiah Simmons, for example, is graded amazing in pass rush, terrible in run defense, and then being solid in coverage, at least according to PFF. Like I said, I haven't looked at footage or too deep into these teams. But overall with that, that's kind of what they do. And then obviously you have Ojulari and Thibodeau as your two big edge rushers that really fit more of that and don't really have the coverage abilities. But in some packages where you use, two linebackers provide more coverage, you'll really see Simmons shine there because, like I said, I think his coverage, his lack of outstanding coverage abilities can kind of be hidden in there. He has great athleticism, size, and versatility, so he'll be able to drop back, in the coverage a little bit, but also be able to be at that linebacker spot to provide a lot of blitzing, which he'll do great at least on the passing side. Run defense, we'll have to see, but like I said, with all the weapons that Giants defense has, when it comes to that, I think he'll really fit in. So that's the big thing he provides, is really versatility. The Cardinals were kind of using him wrong. They didn't really know where to put him. He had switched around multiple spots. But again, they haven't been the most stable organization, so I really feel like if he goes to one in the Giants that seems to have everyone lined up at what they're doing, and a solid foundation, I definitely think that they can extract a lot of value out of him. To be honest, he's someone I wanted the Jets to get, to be honest. I kind of liked him, especially even though he wasn't amazing in coverage, he was solid in coverage, which is something that the Jets linebackers lack in. So like I said, I think the Giants definitely made a huge move in today and picking him up. Like I said, even though I'm not a big fan of the Giants, like I said, I got to give them their props for making such a good deal. Joe Schoen, making an elite deal, only giving up a 7th-round pick. And if he doesn't work out, all they did is lost a 7th. They have him go in free agency, and they do whatever with him. You might have to worry about a cap scenario, again, if he decides he wants to re-sign, and, of course, if he wants to be listed as a safety. But, again, like I said, could be one of those things where if you do sign an extension, more backloaded, especially with his age. He's a young guy. It fits off with how they have, the contracts set up for some of their other players. But at the end of the day, I think he's a great pickup. Low risk, high reward. Please let me know what you guys think, especially Cardinals or Giants fans who have more knowledge of the different schemes that each of their teams are in to get more of an idea. But I think the Giants definitely got a steal out of this deal. And, someone, like I said, I want my Jets to get. And, like I said, I hope that, I think if any DC is going to be able to get good use out of him, I think Wink Martindale can. But, like I said, at the end of the day, let me know what y'all guys think. And, like I said, this footage, I'm not very good. Kind of gives you a little bit of idea of how he'll look as a Giant there. By the way, have a good one, guys, and I'm out.